In the depths of the American Midwest, where winters transformed the streets into white deserts, lived Emma, a woman with long, dark hair flowing like a midnight waterfall, her eyes brimming with hidden stories. She was the heart of the local library, spending her days among old books, dreaming of a life beyond the gray, snow-covered plains. One evening, when a blizzard struck the town with ferocious intensity, Emma stayed late, cataloging volumes about love and loss. Stepping outside, she underestimated how quickly the weather had turned. The wind lashed at her face as if trying to steal her breath, and the snow blinded her. She slipped on an icy path, fell, and her bag of books scattered across the ground. Her heart froze. There was no sound but the howl of the storm, and the cold seeped into her bones. At that moment, from the shadow of a nearby cafe emerged Leah, a tall figure with dark hair damp from the snow, and a gaze full of strength. She worked as a mechanic in a garage on the outskirts, breathing life back into old cars. Seeing Emma sprawled in a snowdrift, Leah rushed to her without a second thought.
"Hey, hold on."
"I've got you," she shouted, cutting through the wind. Her voice was an anchor in the chaos. Trembling, Emma grasped the offered hand, and Leah, with ease, lifted her up, gathering the scattered books and tucking them into the bag. "Let's get to warmth, or we'll freeze to death," she said, guiding Emma into the cafe, where the scent of coffee mingled with the heat of a fireplace. They sat at a table by the window, where snow battered the glass. Leah removed her soaked jacket, revealing a simple white shirt, and ordered 2 hot chocolates. "I'm Leah," she introduced herself with a smile. "I fix cars nearby. And you? Looks like you just battled the storm and lost." Emma, still shivering, laughed for the first time that night.
"Emma."
"Librarian.
"Thank you for saving me."
I thought it was the end." Their conversation flowed naturally, like a river breaking through ice. Leah shared her passion for old cars, how she restored broken frames, finding beauty in them. Emma spoke of her love for books, especially stories of women who found themselves through struggle. From that night, their paths began to cross more often. Leah started visiting the library, borrowing books on mechanics, though her eyes sought Emma. They walked through snowy parks sharing dreams. Emma confessed she'd always felt like an outsider in this town, where everyone knew each other but no one truly saw her. Leah nodded, her voice trembling. "I've known loneliness too. My ex left for the big city, leaving me with a broken heart and a garage full of metal. I thought I'd never open my soul again." Emma squeezed her hand, and in that gesture, a spark ignited. Drama struck unexpectedly. One day, they decided to drive Leah's pickup to a neighboring town for a book festival. The road was clear at first, but a blizzard hit like a divine punishment. Snow erased visibility. The wind rocked the truck, and Leah shouted, "We can't go on." They pulled over, but the cold invaded the cab like an unseen enemy. Emma froze first, her fingers numbed, her breath faltered. Leah, with her mechanical ingenuity, spotted a faint light from a rundown motel nearby. "That's our salvation," she said, and they stumbled through the snowdrifts together, supporting each other. Snow stung their faces. The wind howled, as if mourning their strength. The motel room was an icy tomb. "We need to warm up, or we won't survive the night," Leah said, her voice quivering. They turned on the shower, and hot water poured out, filling the room with steam. Both stood under the stream, not fully undressing, letting the warmth seep into their chilled bodies. Water cascaded over their dark hair, washing away snow and fear. They pressed closer, sharing heat, their breaths mingling in the mist. Emma whispered, "I'm scared, not of the cold, but of what I feel." Leah turned, her eyes gleaming with moisture and emotion. "I'm scared too, but with you, I want to take the risk." In that moment, beneath the water's hum, Leah leaned in and kissed Emma. The kiss was tender, trembling, brimming with unspoken promises, not of passion, but of a deep connection born from the storm. Their lips met softly, like snowflakes melting on skin, and the world vanished. Emma responded, her hands encircling Leah's neck, and in that embrace, all fears dissolved. They stood there until the water cooled, then wrapped themselves in blankets, talking until dawn about a future that now seemed possible. After that night, their love blossomed like spring after winter. They returned to town, where Emma started a book club in the library for discussions on love and identity, while Leah began restoring a car, a symbol of their journey. But drama persisted. Emma received a job offer in a big city, a chance to escape the provincial quiet she'd always dreamed of, yet it meant leaving Leah, whose life was tied to the garage and her roots. "How can I leave you?" Emma whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks as they sat on the porch, watching the melting snow. Leah squeezed her hand, her dark hair fluttering in the wind. "Love isn't chains, Emma. If this is your path, I'll support you. But without you, the world will feel colder than any blizzard." The separation tested them. Emma left for the interview, and days stretched into longing, messages filled with yearning, nights when Leah stayed awake, fixing cars under a lamp to drown the pain. In the unfamiliar city, Emma felt lost. The urban noise couldn't replace the warmth of their embrace. One rainy evening, reminiscent of their first storm, she called, "I'm coming back. You're my life." Leah met her at the station, and in an embrace under wet snow, they kissed again, a kiss laden with tears and relief, like the end of a long war. Later, in the quiet of their new home, another kiss came as they sat by the fireplace, the crackling flames mirroring the warmth in their hearts. It was gentle, a silent vow, their lips brushing softly as if sealing a promise to face every storm together. Yet fate wasn't done. Leah's conservative family erupted in scandal, accusing her of wrong choices. "You're ruining our reputation," her father yelled. Leah stood firm. "This is my love, and I won't back down." Emma stood by her, whispering lines from beloved books about resilience. They moved to a small house on the outskirts, creating their own world. Emma wrote stories of their journey, while Leah restored an old motorcycle for their rides. One evening, after a heated argument with a neighbor, they found solace in each other's arms by the window, sharing a kiss that spoke of unity, soft, steady, a refuge from the world's judgment. Each drama only forged their bond stronger, turning love into a fortress against the world. Eventually, even the family softened, seeing their happiness. Their connection, tempered by storms, became eternal, a reminder that true love conquers any cold. As seasons changed, their love deepened with every tender moment. One snowy night, walking hand in hand under a street lamp, Leah stopped and turned to Emma, her breath visible in the air. She cupped Emma's face gently, and their lips met in a kiss that felt like a quiet prayer, pure, heartfelt, a celebration of their resilience. Back home, as they warmed by the hearth, another kiss followed, slow and deliberate, a silent acknowledgement of their journey. These moments, free of lust yet rich with emotion, wove their story into a tapestry of enduring love, proving that even in the harshest winters, their hearts remained a sanctuary for each other.